Oh, all these things I swear I'm going to do and then I forget to do them. But I got it now. So I guess so I'm going to just, for the sake of me finally remembering to record, I'm going to go over that again. Sorry. Is that okay with you guys? You just got to tell me yes or no, because I'll just do a little bit of precursor from the beginning. You guys can, I don't know, get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, and I'm looking over here because I'm looking at my phone. So that's when you see me looking down here, I'm looking to see what your comments are. Oh, look, hearts everywhere. There's a bunch of hearts. So for everybody who's just joining us and everybody who is on YouTube, because I'm just finally recorded. Hey, Karen, I am interviewing somebody tomorrow for a death experience. So I'm changing the name from a near-death experience to a death experience because these people have actually experienced death and come back. I know I really believe that with our verbiage, we tend to not robustly believe that somebody's crossed the other side. Now we say cross the other side, you say cross the other side. A lot of scientific minds have a hard time with those words. So unfortunately, you can't, of course, teach everybody, because everybody is at their own pace, at their own time, always. It's about everything too. I mean, that's about math, that's about biology, that's about English, all of it. Teaching is at its own time. Your experience is at its own time. There couldn't be anything more beautiful than that, right? Your experience is at your own time. It is here now for you. How awesome is that? Like, how amazing is it that everything that you do, feel, say, be, act, are, is, will be, were, and the eternal duality, non-duality of the world is completely in your time. And your timing is not anybody else's timing. Your timing is your own. It's wonderful. I love just to think about that. It's such a wonderful thought, just because here's what can happen when you realize your timing is your own and everybody else's timing is their own. You can kind of let off trying to control anything else around you, and just know that you just have to have faith that there's absolutely nothing that you can do for anybody else, because they're having their own experience in their own time, in their own presence. And it's teaching them something. And sometimes if we meddle and get our fingers all walloped in there, we end up messing up what their path would have been to learning. I've done this a bunch of times. Usually I've done this with men. I've ended up, I don't know if you have to. I know I joke a lot about this because I want to own it, and it's part of my experience, and it's good. I have picked men in my life who needed a lot of healing. So I want to say that the healing part is something I can't be responsible for. And I probably hindered their progress in the world because I had my hands all in that, you know what I mean? Oh, we should do this, and we should do that, or you should do this, you should do that, we should do this, we should do that, blah, 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 blah. And instead kept trying to give guidance, we could do this. I know this. We could do this. I know. Which means that I ended up staying in relationships for way too long. So learn from me. If you happen to be young or old, don't do that. Single is where it is at, is what I gotta say. I'm digging it. So anyway, so don't come knocking on my door. Actually, Piper, my daughter, sweet daughter, she wants to buy a doormat, and the doormat says, "This is definitely not a trap door." So how many of you? And the other one was, y'all gonna make me. Oh, Shelley, I love that. Yep. That's also Beverly High, Nona High. I love that, Shelley. You heard Faith today twice? God, I loved Wham. So much fun. It was so much. George Michael. Good. Good soul, good soul, good soul. And here I am talking about faith, that you got to trust that you're unfolding in your time, and your time is exactly awesome and amazing. I mean, I wonder, it's funny. I wonder if in spirit lives we're like, you know what, my time in maybe I'm a late bloomer. I've had to have 750,000 lives instead of what, you're just two, Jesus? What? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he had 10. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he had 50 million as well as anybody else. So it just, why? Okay, so this is definitely not a trap door. And the other one was, oh my gosh, I've got he rocked it too. That's hilarious. I'm trying to remember what the other one is. Y'all gonna make me sage this house up in here. That was the other one. I was like, I really like that one because I'm always saging my house. How many of you sage your houses? Are you saging your apartments? Do you sage what comes in? Do you sage the outside? What do you do? How are you doing it? Just curious. Okay, so as you're answering all that, I'm going to, because you're going to answer it, so answer it, and then I'm just going to move on. So I want to talk a little bit of a recap about what we were talking about last week. We were talking about beginning to manifest. So in manifesting, we have this experience of what we are holding our attention on. Now, I want to say attention, intention, attention, intention, attention, intention. So you hold an intention, you look at it with your attention, but you don't obsess about this thing. So what you have to do is, because you never know how it's going to unfold. So how is it going to unfold? I'm trying to think of an example right now. So I'm just going to, of course, use me. So I wouldn't have expected my life to unfold this way. That's kind of silly, because how many of you expected your life to unfold this way? I mean, in any way that it's unfolding, it's pretty magical, I'm sure. It always is. But expecting that your life is going to unfold in a particular way is very interesting. It's a very interesting thought. So your life unfolds the way it's supposed to unfold. But when you put your attention and intention together, that actually where it becomes obsession. Okay? That obsession, when you hold on to something so much, it can only come this way. It can only come this way. This happens when people are getting readings too. I say it all the time. I'm not in charge of who comes through. I'm not in charge of how they come through. I'm not in charge of what they say. I am the messenger. And I always say, I'm just crazy enough to stand up here and give you the message that I'm giving, because I'm not in charge of it. It doesn't, and it's not me. It comes through me, but it's not me. Does that make sense? It comes through me. So the same goes with your life. I want you to think of it, you're like at a, like if this is your menu for life. Can you see my little stickers that came from Moo? I'm 90% weird. So imagine this is your menu. You're gonna have to like pick everything off the menu you want. You're making your order to the universe, and then what do? You say, okay, thank you. That's what I want. Here's your menu back. I'm not gonna look at it again. I'm just going to hold it there, right? Now, I like the Fibonacci sort of, it's interesting. So there's a Fibonacci sequence is in everything. It's sort of the sequence, it's a mathematical sequence that is proven in all these different ways. And I like that idea for not an obsession. And I want you to do in the 369. I'll go into that another day. So what your intention is you open it up, you put the menu, you release it, and then you let it go into the universe, and the universe acts on what you're sending out. So imagine if you're sending it out, and you're sending out and you change it the next day, and then you're still looking at the menu, and then you change it the next day, and then you're looking at the menu and then you change it the next day, and it shifts and it runs around and it does this and it does that. The universe can't keep up, because it's never going to be able to give it to you, because you've never once said that this is what I want. But my suggestion to you is that you is that you hear it, you allow it to be this or something better, and allow the universe to work on your behalf. And then when things come to you, you say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll go there. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, you want to grow something, you want to get bigger, you want to doing this, you want to oh, Amber, good question. Are you saying there is free will versus fate? Absolutely, there's free will. People make choices every day in this life and how they're going to be. So, but it doesn't mean that things are going to happen the way you expect them to happen. So, I want to go back to that sitting thing. There's an angry face. I want to go back to that sitting thing. So when you're sitting, well, now I forgot what the heck I was talking about. Is that kind of par for the course, though? So what I want to say is that I've got to think about this for a second. When you are sitting, you are really trying to allow things to happen, allow them to happen with you. Like I said, everything is going to happen in their own timing every time, right? And if you have your hands meddling in everything, you're not allowing for them to happen. So you got to begin to watch what's happening around you so that you can say yes. So I do like that story. It keeps coming up in my head, so I must have to tell it, where that this woman was in a house that was flooding, right? It was flooding around her. It was, coming up. Somebody comes by in a car, says, come on, get in the car. We'll leave. No, the Lord will come save me. No. So then she, grabs some food and floods her whole first floor. The basement's flooded. The first floor is flooded. She's going up and up and up, right? And as she goes up, you can see the outside right there. As she goes up and up and up, somebody comes by and they're yelling at her in her window in a canoe. Get in the canoe. I'll come get you. You know what? I'll come. You know what? I'll save you. I'm coming to get you. You get in the canoe and we're going to get, you're going to be safe. No. The Lord will save me. The Lord will save me. God will save me. And then she gets on the top of the roof. Somebody comes by in a speedboat, says, hey, lady, jump in my boat. I want to save you. Please get in this boat so I can save you. And she's like, no. The Lord's going to save her. And finally, like a helicopter came. Get in the helicopter, jump. We're going to save you. Get in the water. We'll get you out. No. The Lord is going to save me. And then she dies. She goes to the other side. She's like, what? Why didn't you save me? He's like, I sent the car. I sent the canoe. I sent the speedboat, and I sent the helicopter. You didn't say yes to anything. You said no. Big fat zero. So what I want to say is, when you expect it to only be one way, and I know like we have this magical thinking around religion, like the world is just going to open up and Jesus herself is going to come down and save me. But what happens is spirit works for the people that are around you. So spirit, universe, God, creation, divine, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. Doesn't matter. They don't care. No name storm. is works through other people, works through the people that are around you. The people who are around you are the ones that are going to help you grow, help you become better, help you move on, help you see your issues, help you see how you could say yes to things around you, and I think that's pretty awesome. I do. I think it's really awesome. I think it's an awesome experience to begin to say yes to the universe. So as you put in your menu, you shut your menu, you put it aside. We'll talk about the 369 Fibonacci sequence tomorrow and how I want you to look at it. You're going to spend you're going to spend a specific set looking at stuff in a specific way, and you're not going to then make your intention and attention become obsession. You're going to allow it to unfold, and then when good things start happening, you say yes. Yes. So you feel me? Oh, thank you. You knew, Azara, I'm about to wrap it up, right? You're like, Yeah, one of the good things I think is that, one of the things that happens is that I just bring, I talk about all these things and they're huge and then bring it all around and it all comes back together, doesn't it? It's kind of amazing. If you were talking in person, to be hypnotizing, which is something else I'm going to be starting. I'm going to be starting hypnotizing people. So, if you're interested, let me know. See light, be light. I'll check you guys all out tomorrow. Make sure that you share this on your other streams. Make sure you give it hearts. Make sure you promote it. So just do everything you can out there to be happy. And don't forget, say yes. The universe is a yes. It's always saying yes to whatever you want. So find a way for you to agree with it. All right. Ciao. Check you out tomorrow. Bye.